There was a man who fought every single day, not with people, not with the world, with his own mind. Every morning the same war, every night the same defeat. And one day he stopped fighting. That's when everything changed. His name was Arjun, 27 years old, average job, average life, but inside, a battlefield. Every morning his alarm rang at 6 a.m., and every morning his mind whispered the same thing. Just 5 more minutes. 5 turned into 15, 15 into an hour. He'd wake up tired, angry at himself, again. He wanted to work out. His mind said, tomorrow. He wanted to build something. His mind said, you're not ready. He wanted to change. His mind said, you've tried before, you always fail. So he stopped trying. Days became weeks, weeks became months, and slowly Arjun disappeared. Not physically, but mentally. He was there, but he wasn't living. He was just existing. One night, Arjun sat alone in his room. The lights were off, the silence was heavy. He looked at his phone, scrolled, scrolled, scrolled. Nothing satisfied him, but he couldn't stop. He looked at the mirror across the room, and for the first time in months, he really saw himself. Tired eyes, weak posture, empty expression. He whispered to his reflection, "When did I become this?" His mind immediately responded, "You've always been this. You're just lazy. You have no discipline. You'll never change." And that's when something inside him cracked. Not broken, cracked open. He realized something terrifying. He had been listening to his mind like it was the truth. But what if it wasn't? What if his mind wasn't trying to protect him? What if it was just trying to keep him comfortable? The next morning, the alarm rang at 6 a.m. His mind said, "Sleep, you're tired." But this time, Arjun didn't argue. He didn't fight it. He just noticed it, like watching clouds pass by. The thought came, he saw it, and he got up anyway. His legs were heavy, his body resisted, but he walked to the window, opened it, felt the cold air hit his face, and he said out loud, "I hear you, but I'm not listening." It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't a big moment, but it was the first time he didn't obey. He didn't try to silence his mind. He didn't try to motivate himself with big speeches. He just moved. He did 5 push-ups. That's it. His mind said, "This is nothing. You need to do more." He smiled and said, "5 is enough, because I showed up." Over the next few weeks, Arjun noticed something strange. His mind still whispered the same things. "You're tired. You'll fail. Why bother?" But now he didn't believe it. He realized, your mind is not your enemy, but it's also not your leader. Your mind is like a child. It wants comfort. It fears pain. It avoids the unknown. And if you let it make every decision, you'll stay small forever. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself. It's about not letting your thoughts become your identity. Arjun started waking up early, not every day, but more days than before. He started working on his goals, not perfectly, but consistently. And slowly, something shifted. He stopped saying, "I'm lazy." He started saying, "I have lazy thoughts, but I'm not defined by them." He stopped saying, "I can't do this." He started saying, "My mind says I can't, but my actions will decide." The war didn't end, but he stopped fighting it. And that's when he finally started winning. Here's the truth most people never understand. You will never silence your mind. The doubts will always come. The fear will always whisper. The laziness will always tempt you. But you don't need to fight it. You just need to stop obeying it. Your mind will say, "Stay in bed." You don't argue. You just get up. Your mind will say, "You'll fail." You don't argue. You just start. Your mind will say, "This is too hard." You don't argue. You just take one step. Because discipline isn't about feeling ready, it's about moving even when you're not. The strongest people you know, they're not fearless. They're not always motivated. They just learned one thing: their thoughts are not their master. Arjun is still Arjun. He still has bad days. He still hears the whispers. But now he knows the difference between who he is and what his mind tells him he is. And that difference, that's freedom. So if you're listening to this right now and you feel stuck and your mind keeps telling you that you're not enough, remember this: you are not your thoughts. You are what you do despite them. If this story touched you, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more stories that help you understand yourself. Because the battle isn't out there, it's in here. And you can win.